Good evening and welcome to Real Sports. I am Brian Gumble. Today I'm joined with baseball legend Roberto Clemente. Let's welcome Roberto. Hi Roberto. How are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
How's the flight?
It was pretty good. Wasn't too bad.
How did you spend most evenings after games?
Well, I wasn't really like the traditional baseball player that went out and partied after a big win or anything like that. I pretty much just came back to the hotel and I just sit around and I could never sleep. So then I'd normally just end up paying a taxi driver and I'd just drive around the city and explore the cities and just do things till about dawn and have some fun by myself.
How did you transition from Puerto Rico to the States?
It was difficult at first. I had to deal with a lot of racism and it was just difficult because I kind of felt segregated and kind of away from everyone. And I was the only Puerto Rican on the team, and it was just kind of difficult trying to make that transition into being the only Puerto Rican that was pretty much playing baseball on the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Tell me about your family. Was it a fairy tale romance?
Yeah, my family's great. You know, my kids they're pretty great. You know, they keep me awake and everything. You know, that's great. And then me and my wife, yeah, we kind of had a fairy tale romance. I was always gone, and it was pretty difficult going to the States. You know, she'd stay in Puerto Rico, and then I'd go back to the States when baseball would start back up again, and I wouldn't get to see her for a while. She didn't come visit very often. She'd only come maybe once or twice a year and comes to watch me play, and it was hard, you know, but we made through it, and it took a while to get her dad's approval for me to marry her, yeah, you could say it was fairy tale romance.
We know that baseball is a physical game. You claim it is also a mental game. How did you get inside the head of pitchers?
I'd get inside the head of pitchers by pretty much just making them think that I liked the low and inside pitch. I'd go up to the batter's box and I'd just swing my bat low and inside. I could never hit the low inside pitch, so I'd just take the bat and I'd swing it low inside, and they'd be like, "Oh, this man, he likes the low and inside pitch," and then they'd throw me something high, and man, could I drive that ball that was high. I hit it for days. That was my favorite pitch.
You were a person who did a lot for others. What was the controversy with the aid you sent for Nicaragua?
The controversy was when I sent Nicaragua had an earthquake, and it was a pretty big one, pretty dramatic one, and I kind of wanted to help out, just doing what I normally do, and I send out some canned goods and stuff to help the people that didn't have homes and lost their homes and all that need to eat. And what happened was the president of Nicaragua kind of took the stuff and he gave it to his soldiers that were working and trying to clean up everything. And so I just loaded up a plane and I went down there and gave them the goods they needed.
So did you help rebuild their houses at all?
I got aides together to kind of help rebuild houses and all that.
Hitting in the 3,000 hits mark is quite an accomplishment. How did you do it?
I really learned how to drive the ball. I figured out how to take a pitch to left field, take the pitch to right field, take the pitch up the middle. I just kind of went with the pitch. If I got a curveball, I'd wait back. If, I'd just read the pitcher, kind of just figure out what he was doing before the game. You know, I'd be in the on deck circle and I'd be like, all right, this is when I know he's throwing a curveball. This is when I know he's throwing a changeup, fastball, all that. And I had to deal with a lot of back issues too after my car accident. That was pretty hard getting over that, and I got a lot of criticism for that, and everybody kind of gave me crap for it. But you know, I stuck through it, and I worked my way out of it, stretching, and going to rehab and stuff for it, and all that. And I got back into it and reached my mark, reached what I wanted to do.
Many people state you are one of their heroes. Who is one of your heroes and why?
One of my heroes is definitely Martin Luther King Jr. He did really good when he was, you know, speaking for everybody and for the racism and stuff that was going on. He did a really good job of sticking with the integration and all that, and staying for making blacks and whites equal, like they deserve to be, and Puerto Ricans and everything. And he thinks all races should be equal, and that's how it should be.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.